Feed it, YouTube. Welcome back to Superfly TV. Today we're going to be rating all of Eminem's albums from Infinite to the death of Slim Shady. So, the reason why I'm going to be doing this whole new series is because I feel like I think this segment needs to be brought in. I've been doing a lot of segments. I've been doing the Try Not to Laugh, IRL videos, and I'm just gonna bring in a new Superfly rates, So I'm just gonna be rating things that I feel like I have opinion of, right? And what better to start with episode 1 with, the greatest rapper of all time, which is obviously Eminem. If you have a problem with that, it's your problem, not my problem. And you must be deaf if you don't think that, But anyway, so don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more. Welcome to your story. No, bunga, no, yes.
Superfly TV.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start off with Infinite. The reason why I start off with Infinite is because I feel like that is the album that, if it wasn't for that album, Dre wouldn't have heard, or whatever. Like the story is, I don't even know. I've heard the album before, and it's very, young Eminem, just Marshall Mathers, just trying to, rap. But for me, I will rate the album. I will put it in B. I'll put it in B because it's like M didn't know yet, like his vision of what he wanted to rap. He was just putting a lot of stuff that rhymes into, into his music. But, I mean, it's amazing if you've heard the Infinite song in the album. I mean, you should be, what's the word? Blown away. That's the word. Alright, and next we have the Slim Shady LP. Right. So Slim Shady LP is basically, I think, the first Aftermath produced album by Dr. Dre, if I'm not mistaken. When it comes to the Slim Shady LP, I mean, it's the debut album of basically Slim Shady and Aftermath, Dr. Dre. But I'm not here to rate why the album is there. I'm just The Eminem Show is a great one. Lots of great songs in there. Great. And the impact that the album had, was him showing that he can do this rap thing. As he was already established who he is, Marshall Mathers as an album, Slim Shady as an album, and now you walked into the Eminem Show. Man, that's why I put it. I put it at A. I put it at A. If you don't like it, I don't know, just try to like it. Right, and then next we have Encore. Encore. Encore is, I wouldn't say is one of my favorite albums. I had the CD I had the physical CD, and it's not actually supposed to be an album, but because I think there's 2-3 songs on there that's like new, but it stands on there. The one with him and Elton John, that version of stands on there, and it's based like a greatest hits album of what he has done. Encore. I think I'm gonna put it at. I'll put it at B. I'll put it at B just because it's not an album that you always go back to, but like once if you want a compilation of his greatest hits at the time, you can tune into that album. Yeah, I will put it at B. And next we have Relapse. Relapse. Now, Relapse, I think in hip hop controversy of what rap is and hip hop and all the type of different genres, I think that Relapse was at the time that it came out like a total shift of what people wanted to hear from him, and also a point of view that a version of himself that he didn't want to do. I know he spoke something about the accents on there, which I don't even mind. I love Bagpipe from Baghdad. That song is on there. There's another. We have Recovery. This is where I think the shift happens. If you've been following like Eminem like from that time until Relapse. Relapse is like I think the album he made when he got out of rehab, when he relapsed, or something like that. But Recovery is the album he made afterwards, after Relapse, and in 2014 he went like on a tour. and it was a worldwide tour. And he came to South Africa, and I was there. Ooh, I was there, and it was just one of the greatest nights of my life. But it was because of this album. He was touring this album, and the Marshall Mathers LP 2 is just obviously a continuation of Marshall Mathers LP, but this time it's him coping with what has happened to him ever since the Marshall Mathers LP. And, he also did a song where he. Yeah, man, I didn't include the Slim Shady XV, the Shady XV. Right? But not like love like I loved the Marshall Mathers LP, but it was something he was going through, and songs was on there. be murdered by. I think this is just, you reach to the point of like, I have all these lyrics in my head and I have all these words. So I'm just gonna put it in the music and just put it out there. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. If you like it, obviously, like I said before, he makes music to dance. The fact that he rhymes certain things at the age of 40 something, and there's people my age, 20 something, they can't even, put together lyrics that well. Give us your book of rhymes, man. Your book of rhymes. Right, so I will put this album at B. The reason why I put this album at B is because, yes, it is music to be murdered by, but at the same time, it's like he hits the bar, right? But he's always been hitting the bar, right? And this time it's just like, as he said in one of the songs, it's just emptying his book of rhymes. So compared to what else he's did, I definitely think music should be murdered by should be going into B class, right? But then he comes back another year after that. I think it was a year, or was it 6 months? I can't remember. But he drops music to be murdered by side B, which now makes side A even better. Well, shouldn't be a side A because we didn't know it was side B. But now side B comes along and it's like,